From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, February the 13th, 2019. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is attending the Warsaw Conference today. His office released a video of the Prime Minister in a rare meeting with the Foreign Minister of Oman, Yousuf bin Alawi. Netanyahu referred to his visit last year to Oman and what it means for the future.
I have to tell you that the courageous decision of Sultan Qaboos to invite me to Oman is changing the world. It's pointing the way for many others to do what you said, not to be stuck in the past, but to seize the future.
That's the most important.
And that many are following this lead, and may I say, including in this conference. And I want to thank you for this forward-looking, positive policy that can lead to peace and prosperity for all.
Bin Alawi echoed the sentiment that it was time to look forward.
People in the Middle East have suffered a lot because they are stuck to the past. Now we say this is a new era for the future and for prosperous for every nation.
Exactly.
That's
Thank you,
what we
sir.
hope to.
The conference, which is dealing with Middle East peace and security, is said to focus significantly on the threat from Iran. And before departing for the conference last night, the Prime Minister confirmed reports of an Israeli airstrike in the Syrian city of Quneitra. The Times of Israel said Israeli military reporters were told that the strike targeted Iranian-backed Shiite fighters trying to set up a base of operations near the Israeli border. Netanyahu said, "We are working all the time to block Iran. We operate every day, including yesterday," referring apparently to the airstrike, against Iran and its efforts to entrench itself in the region. Meanwhile, the Palestinians urged Arab countries not to attend the gathering in Poland today. The Times of Israel reported that the Palestinian Authority's foreign ministry called the conference an American conspiracy intended to get the participants to adopt the U.S. views on issues of the region, particularly the Palestine question. Israel's Labor Party held its primary yesterday. Results include Knesset members Itzik Shmuli and Stav Shaffir coming in third and fourth positions on the labor list, which is led now by Avi Gabay. He will appoint a candidate of his choosing to fill the number 2 spot on the list. This ahead, of course, of Israel's national elections, which are coming up on April the 9th. Israel's security agency, the Shin Bet, today accused the Palestinian Al-Aqsa television station, as well as journalists in Gaza, of trying to recruit young Palestinians to carry out terror attacks against Israelis. The Shin Bet said the TV station was used to pass secret messages to Hamas operatives in the West Bank and East Jerusalem by some of its broadcasters, using quotes from the Quran or seemingly innocent gestures like placing a teacup down on its saucer to convey coded instructions. Pro-Israel lobby AIPAC today took to social media to make sure there is no question about what it is they do. This in the aftermath of accusations from Minnesota Representative Ilhan Omar that the committee pays members of Congress to support Israel, for which she later apologized but stood by her criticism of the, quote, problematic role of lobbyists in our politics, unquote. Well, today AIPAC made it clear. American Israel Public Affairs Committee, they tweeted, "We are not a PAC. We do not rate, endorse, or direct funds to candidates. We are an American organization supported by American citizens. We are proud, patriotic Americans who support a strong U.S.-Israel relationship." Further tweeting, "We embrace the opportunity to exercise our First Amendment right to engage lawmakers directly on the merits and substance of policy. We provide timely, accurate information to educate members of Congress." The Mississippi House of Representatives passed a bill last week that would prevent the state from doing business with companies that boycott Israel. 88 voted for the legislation, 10 against it. It now moves to the state's Senate. At least 27 states across the United States have similar anti-BDS legislation in the books. Well, Israel has chosen its representative to the Eurovision this year, which will be hosted by Israel. 27-year-old Kobi Marimi, whose style blends pop and some opera, will be Israel's competitor at the International Song Contest, which is coming up in May in Tel Aviv. Because Israel won the contest last year and therefore is hosting this year, Marimi will not have to compete in the semifinals, but go straight through to the Eurovision finals. Tel Aviv City Hall lit up in the singer's honor, wishing good luck, Kobi. Israel has won the Eurovision 4 times, in 1978 and 79, 1998, and in 2018. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Wednesday, February the 13th at 7 o'clock. It's from the Aleph Bet at 7:40. Former Canadian Minister of Foreign Affairs John Baird talks about defending Israel. At 8, former U.S. Ambassador to Israel Daniel Kurtzer shares his view of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. And at 9, Mark Golub sits down with Richard Haas, president of the Council on Foreign Relations, who also discusses the Israeli-Palestinian conflict on L'chaim. At 10, former Israeli Consul General in New York, Ido Aharoni, talks about Israel's relationship to progressive American Jews and to President Donald Trump with David Margolick. And coming up right after this newscast tonight, it's Thinking Out Loud with Micah Halpern. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, February the 13th, 2019. I'm Teisha Bader.